Dallas Cowboys finished the season a couple weeks ago, losing the Packers in a heartbreaking wild card fashion early exit. Today we're going to be going over the whole entire season, each game of what they played, and my thoughts on the game. You know, just all that stuff, go in specific details and all the players and all that. But as we get into that video, thank you so much for all your support. I don't think we're going to take 800 subs by February because it's been stuck at 779. So if you aren't subscribed, please do so by subbing right now. Be part of the Dog Squad. Let's get to 800 as soon as possible. Without further ado, let's get right in this video. So we're first starting off. The first game was the Cowboys at the Giants. Very domination game. That was week 1 of this year, and I did not think we'd actually blow them out. This was a game I really think that relied on introducing this defense this year, that it was probably going to be a pretty good defense, a very dominant one as usual. We expected the Giants to be better, but man, they couldn't do a thing. Tony Pollard, that was his, I think, best TD game of the year. Lamb and Dak were starting to get warmed up for the season, but the defense definitely went off. The Giants had a problem that was 0 points held that first game of the year. Then we had that second game. This was my first live stream of the year. The Jets and the Cowboys. Pretty dominant performance of the defense. Offense got rolling with Dak throwing his first 2 passing TDs of the year. This is when we started to find out our red zone struggles. We had to kick quite a few field goals. The Jets, they had Zach Wilson. That was their first full game without Aaron Rodgers. We were hoping to play him, but we didn't. But yeah, so that's who we played. It was a 30-10 win. We went to 2-0 the year. That was back on September 17th. And I have to say, hopefully we play dominant like we did. And the Jets weren't that good, so we meant to dominate at this. But that's what good teams do, blow them out. Then week 3, very bad loss to the Cardinals. This is where really we came unprepared. You can't come unprepared against a bad team. The Cardinals did to the Eagles, though. Cardinals were sneaky this year. We come unprepared at some points. We always lose some game that we should have probably won. Didn't dominate at all. So, you know, definitely not gonna help. Definitely not gonna help at all going into the next seasons, because we can't have games like this, because this costed us. This definitely costed us having a chance for the 1 seed. Because I think if we didn't lose that game, we could have had the 1 seed. We didn't lose the Niners could have probably lost some games. Eagles probably could have lost some games. So can't really say about that. But definitely don't need this mistakes anymore. The defense just got whooped by that Cardinals offense, who's as good at some points. So, you know, they're not that bad of an offense. This one, I was at my friend's house. I was also live for the Cardinals game. This one was my friend's house. Patriots at Cowboys game. 38-3, very dominant performance. Red zone offense was still kind of having trouble, but we did get some TDs in that part, and we started building back up. Definitely thankful for that 38-3 dominant win over the Patriots. You know, we like when we blow out teams. I mean, that is definitely 3 blowouts out of that first 4 games, and the score over 30 points. Patriots weren't that good, but man, great teams are able to blow out the teams like that you're supposed to. Home dominance, very proud of what we did. Hope God. And then the Niners game, week 5, terrible. I mean, like, I thought we would actually show up to play, and we did not show up to play that game. I thought we would send that football game, hoping to kind of keep a close game and keep a fight going, but man, 42-10, awful performance. I mean, that was 32 points. They almost beat us by more, and maybe about the same, than we beat the Patriots. Cowboys got to come unprepared. Dak couldn't play in that big game. Neither the defense. Terrible performance. We got Cowboys-Chargers now. This was a bounce-back game. Chargers are actually starting to win games, beat teams. They weren't as bad. They were at the start, but definitely probably could have won the game by more. But we didn't actually see the Chargers as that team. I think we should have probably won the game by more, but there were some execution problems. Red zone offense did much better. That's when we started getting ball Lamb. This is actually his first Dak. This is when Dak actually started heating up for the rest of the season. Terrific ball game by him. The defense did pretty well. You had Gilmore having a good game. I remember that game with the game-sealing pick of the end on Monday Night Football. Definitely very proud of what they did to edge the win, get past. Could have done more, but you did. You did well this time. All right, then we win a week 8 after a bye week and a dominant performance at home. Cowboys at Rams, 43-20. Rams, I'd say, weren't as good, but they were still the same Rams. Were definitely a show-out performance. I think we could have beaten them again. Maybe it would have been a little closer, but I think we could have beaten them again. The people saying Stafford got hurt. Yeah, he was playing when we got dominant, when we dominated them and destroyed them. So we were at 33-3 when he was still in the game. So 43-20. Very offense just kept rolling. Deron Bland having another pick six. Dak, Lamb connecting once again. Just great performance by the Cowboys overall. Love to see that out of them, and it was great to watch that game. I was actually over at American Pie watching that game with a family member. And then the Cowboys-Eagles. I was live for this game. I swear we could have squeezed this one in. It was a heartbreaking at the end. We were like 1st and 5 at the 6-yard line, and penalties got to us. And Dak stepping out of bounds towards the end of the game. And you had Dak going off that game, but just still, I mean, we look at his stats. He had 3 TDs and 374 yards, and that we understand that Eagles defense wasn't as good, but to still perform like that in the big moments, and I know at the end it didn't work, but hey, we got it done. Defense was actually playing well, and then at the end it got 28-17 and all that, and it was a good battle, but I do wish we kind of won that game. It really helped us out, but I guess we can't all wish for everything. Then the next game, Giants at Cowboys. This was a statement. Like, you didn't actually choke or anything. You didn't come out bad. You came out to play. Very terrific performance. Like what was Dak's stats this game? 4 TDs and 404 yards. Yes, it was against a bad team, but I mean that's just a dominant performance by the Dallas Cowboys. Dak had 4 TDs. Lamb had I think 2. Every receiver got a job done. Defense did terrific. Dominant once again. Love to see this. Went for live for this game. Terrific. And then went live for the next game. I was able to have my own scoreboard for this. 33-10. It was shaky at the start against Carolina. It was the Sunday before Thanksgiving, but we got the job done. And especially in that Deron Bland at the end of the game, Tony Pollard finally getting a TD. We were proud of that. We were actually really proud of that actually happening. We do have ways of coming out not ready to play. There are teams like that. Hackers somehow they did, and then we sucked against them. But but the Cowboys definitely have showed in those games that they can come out when it's big, when they don't need to screw around. They did. I don't know if they don't do that in playoffs. Could be in a different way. Commanders Cowboys. Now, I got this on Thanksgiving. I didn't go for live for this game. I was watching it here at home, but hung around with them in that first half, and they kind of around there. And then the dominant second half, boom, 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 touchdown after touchdown. Dak going on, CeeDee Lamb, Cooks, Turpin, everybody in the defense. Deron Bland finally break the record. A pick 6, boom, 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 just flat out everything. I mean, goodness gracious, it was a terrific second half performance of the Cowboys team, knowing how to come out ready to play, finish it off, dominant, 45-10, terrific. Seahawks Cowboys, this one scared me. I went live for this on Thursday Night Football game. It was a really good game though, shootout basically, and Cowboys, I think they should have won this by more, but then they stood out and secured the win after I thought we were going to be doomed. Dak didn't choke or defense did not play well. Deron Bland got beat, but he did have a pick. With DK Metcalf, he had, I think it was Wilson on that first play, honestly, Donovan Wilson. But, offense kept us in the game, got the win, got the game-winning drive, and did that. All right, then I went to this game, as Eagles-Cowboys. We won 33-13, a very terrific performance of the offense. Stephon Gilmore in one of his best games. And so the defense was protecting that Philadelphia offense with no one injured, fairly healthy. Cowboys had the greatness in there to win this game. Got the bounce back win over Philadelphia, and very good performance by both sides of the ball. I think it was terrifically even. We were able to get a win over a potential playoff team, and they were a playoff team. Just this is when they started falling off. And then the next game, Cowboys at Bills. Went live for this game. Oh, man. It was heartbreaking. I kind of really wish we had won this game, but it just didn't come out to play. Got cocky. Couldn't stop the run. Hankins got hurt in the game against the Eagles, and he flat out here, laid an egg, just sucked. Just flat out sucked. You can't have those games. Hopefully we won't have those in the future, but we probably will at some point. Cowboys and Dolphins, I think we should have won this game. Big time, we should have won this game. You know, this was some offensive miscues. It was raining, and I guess they all thought that the defense can only hold them 3 points, but you had to hold them. You couldn't hold them. You had to hold them those 0 points. You had 2 of those drives where you held them to 0 points. You should have done that last drive. Offense should have done more. Defense should have done more. It wasn't enough to win. Dolphins, I think we could have beaten them at home, but, you know, we showed that we just, you know, we didn't win against a team like that, and that happens, you know. I think we should have, but we didn't. It was tougher on the road this year for us. And then the Cowboys-Lions game, okay. It had a better performance. I'd say the defense kind of stood out where you probably shouldn't have lost. Probably should have had more offensive sessions, some execution problems. Dak with a pick, and then, you know, throwing, then Lamb touchback with fumbling the ball. You can't have those. The defense did everything they could, and then eventually Lions went down the field on them. And then that last time, going all back and scared and all that, like, what the heck? And then the controversial call, like I mentioned, you have to let us know. They did it all bad. They didn't do it the safe way. They tried tricking us. It didn't happen. Blah, blah, blah. There we go. It was no rob, but, you know, we won. Great win for us. Got the dub. And then the next game was pure dominance by the Commanders. Got a little 10-7 there, and then bam, bam, bam. Touchdown. Dak went great. Dak had a great game. Very terrific performance by the Dallas Cowboys. And then you got the 2 seed. You won the division. And what do? You versus the Green Bay Packers again. And this time, will you win it? Will you win it? The answer is no. You're a 2 seed, and you'll lose to the 7 seed. You don't know why you get so scared in the playoffs, and I don't know why you get scared against the Packers. I don't know why. You always do. You somehow just can't win. Score looks different, but even if this was a score without garbage time, you still shouldn't have lost by 16. Your favorite won by 7 against in a place that you could have won, that you undefeated in. This should have been a win, but it wasn't, and our season ended in a bad way. That, my friends, is how the Cowboys season ends. Had a great regular season, got the 2 seed, won the division, but just couldn't do it in the playoffs when it mattered most. Very sad. 12-5. But I guess we'll try again next year. I guess maybe next year is our year. Hopefully. That's going to do it for today, Dallas Squad. Make sure to like and subscribe and comment what you thought about this Cowboys season, and who do you think is going to win tomorrow? I'll have some couple bowls for that. And remember, I'll be live for tomorrow's Lions versus 49ers game. I'll be live around 4:45 p.m. And I just want to, and so make sure to stay tuned for that here on the channel. I'll maybe have some only on scores videos for those couple games tomorrow, well, if I can. But it should be fun tomorrow. It'll be I'm excited to do the live stream, so I hope you are there for that. Hope you like this video, and make sure to share this video so I can be part of the Dallas Squad. So I just want to mention, tomorrow, I want you go down to Brown's Silent Report. I should put on my community. I'll put over on my channels if I can. There's something YouTube Studio did with it. He'll be live tomorrow for the Ravens-Chiefs game. He posts Browns reports all the time. Stuff to do with the Browns, kind of like I do with my Den Boys report. So you should go follow him on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Go subscribe to him. He'll be live on YouTube. And I'll see you next time. Once again, peace.